Every now and then you come across a place and a person that just really reminds you of where we came from. This Friday, I'm going to be heading back to Johnston County to meet with an old friend, Richard Jones. We were at NC State together. We were in FarmHouse fraternity, so we've known each other for 45 years or more. He went back home to Johnston County and he took over the family business, which was Jones Farm Supply. He's carried on the legacy and he's let that legacy evolve into what they have today, because they have come from a conventional farm supply where it was strictly agricultural to now where it's a lot of housing development around him, and they're right in the heart of Johnston County, and they've had just an enormous amount of growth, and he's been able to navigate all of that and make it into a thriving business today. So today I'm getting ready for that trip and I'm inviting you to come along. We're going to meet with someone, which is Richard, who's got that Johnston County brogue. And if you've never met anybody with a Johnston County brogue, you're getting ready to, and you'll never forget it. Well, I'm Doug Causey with Causey's Care, and we've come to Johnston County to meet with Richard Jones. And I want to tell you a little bit about Richard and our connection and how we met, because we met up at NC State, FarmHouse fraternity. I think you came in as a freshman when I was about a senior, though, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
So I already had a little bit of a McGee's Crossroads, Johnston County heritage going on, because Vic Stevenson was there. And I had known Wayne Stevenson from my days at Lewisburg. And then you came in.
Lane Gregory.
Lane Gregory, he's my roommate, and he's got a heck of a business going on right down the road here. And then you came in with Paul Sherrill. He was your best friend growing up, and he turned out to be my little brother at FarmHouse.
That's good. Got a good memory.
So I've got some connections down here, and when I was first here, the only thing that was at McGee's Crossroads was this area right here, was Jones Farm Supply. And so then after you graduated, you came back, and I'd kind of like for you to tell us a little bit of your history, is how you came back, what it was like then, what McGee's Crossroads was like, and then really how the farm has developed, or how the business has developed, and at the same time, maybe even talk about a little bit about your grandfather and your daddy and how everything got started out here.
Okay. Let's add one more fraternity brother then, Sid Sauce.
Oh, that's right. He was way before me.
And then he was in his late 60s, just late 60s at FarmHouse, but he suggested, and I think you and Lane and the guy Kevin Fisher would come and pick us up during that beginnings, and we said you would.
During the pledge training.
There was a cook there. We was about to starve to death in the dorm rooms. And we said, oh, we got this. And it worked out to be a very good deal.
Yeah, Miss B was probably one of the big recruiters that we had, because you'd come over and we get those 3 meals a day.
Yes.
Yeah, you couldn't beat that being in school.
Yes, she was very kind to everybody, all of us. So, and it was a pleasure. Like you said, we all fit in. I believe you were. If you was not a senior, but you was a graduate student also.
That's right. I stayed up there a couple more years.
In the graduate school. So, but that was a good, unique group of young men that we were with at that time.
We're still sticking together.
Still sticking together.
Yeah.
and I always have, and with all of them really, well, a lot of them. But coming back here, I came back. I graduated with an ag education degree, which means to be an ag teacher.
I was in the same curriculum.
Which, for those that don't really know it, they relate to FFA. You was an FFA teacher. I know I did my student teaching in the western part of the state, and they called us VOAG boys. And I could have retired from up there, and I'd still been the VOAG boy.
That's right.
It wouldn't have been the revenue or nothing else. You'd have been that new VOAG boy from down east.
Well, now, did you teach for a couple of years?
No, I never taught. My father had his first heart attack. He came back here in 1967, from 4 years of working at Westinghouse, and then 14 working for the North Carolina National Guard full time. And his oldest brother was going to go, and his oldest son was going to go into the grading business, and they did. They did do that. And so the farm had a vacancy, so to speak, because my grandfather, and grandmother who bought the farm and ran it, first off, it was a Texaco dealership, gas station, country
and that was the
store.
hardware
That was
store.
the hardware. And so when Daddy came, he repurposed it into more of a little hardware, but still leaving my grandmother, because along about then, my grandfather passed away in 1970, which would have been about a year before Daddy came full time. But the reason also he came was a gentleman got him in the Royster Guiana business, and he became an agent for Royster Guiana Company. So that gave him a agribusiness, and he had the farm, the family farm.
Now, is that when you started getting into the fertilizer and
seed?
He did.
He got into the fertilizer and the seed. Well, anything that Royster Guiana Company, it was called at that time. That was big. It was Bonanza Fertilizer, and it all had competitions, but Royster was kind of the name brand.
Now, is that when you built this facility back here?
He built the. If we get a chance to see it, he built it in stages as he knew it, and he had a route around Raleigh with sweet potatoes. He loved sweet potatoes along with the tobacco, but sweet potatoes was what he enjoyed the most.
Because you got the sweet potato warehouse right behind us right here.
And then it grew in stages, and as you'll see later how it was built in stages. And then we just stayed in. And I ended up, when I graduated, he was sick, and he said, come and help him, and then start. Because I had a couple of 3 jobs in the teaching world, and 2 to 3 jobs with the ag chemicals, and then I had also opportunity to go to R.J. Reynolds or Philip Morris as a agronomist tobacco grower. One of them was to go down to South America for 6 months and come back for 6 months.
And that was before you came
back here. And with his being sick, because by that time we were packing sweet potatoes, and we had got a Mount Olive pickle company grader to make money for me and my sister to go. It was our summer money to go to college on. And that worked out the whole. She was there for 4 years, and I was there for 5. But
it takes us longer to get out.
Through FarmHouse and all my buddies, I just didn't want to miss B. I wanted all I needed. No, I was in the Ag Institute at State originally, and that's the 2-year program.
I had forgotten that, sure, yeah.
So I went into that. So after the first year, my grades were good enough, they selected me as one of 2 to transfer to the 4-year program. And that's what I decided that would be I was enjoying, it was a better fit. I could actually do the schoolwork. I was scared of that.
We all were.
And but I could tap that out, and it was just I couldn't ask for it to be any a better.
So your daddy, he had the heart attack, so then that's when you ultimately came back here.
Yes, he was always wanting me to do that, but I was wanting to still do something else. it was bad timing in the agriculture was in the late 70s, early 80s. Interest rates was high. It was just hard to get in if you wasn't born in it. But he also knew that too. If he, what little bit he had got it going, he had a partner too that was like my brother. That was Andy Penny, and he was Andy's 7 or 8 years older than I am. I can't remember which off the top of my head, but anyhow, he was already here. So he said, y'all could work together too, and we did, because we were growing the sweet potato processing was getting bigger, and the cucumbers was good.
But you were growing sweet potatoes also. How many acres of sweet potatoes did you have at that time?
Well, then we were just around a 80 to 90 acre mark, and we were starting to really pick up 10, 20 acres of both tobacco and sweet potatoes a year. So we were starting to get into a different world than they were, and then with me, naturally we ratcheted it up a little bit for an extra income. So it's been a good fun deal. It's been
now, if I remember correctly, he stayed more in the tobacco, and then that's when you decided to stay more in the sweet potatoes?
Well, no, we was all in the sweet potatoes. He stayed more in the tobacco with the tobacco buyout, which would have been years, fast forward, it was 04. And I knew whoever stayed in the tobacco needed at least 250, 300 acres. And by that time we were tending about 200. And his son was coming in, and I knew the fertilizer and all. We was transitioning the farm world here in western Johnston County was changing, and it was becoming more suburban. And the business actually started growing more and more, and so I knew. But like my father, my love was sweet potatoes.
So with the sweet potatoes and the way Johnston County was growing, then y'all kind of evolved from more of a conventional farm supply into going more toward the suburbanites.
Right, the home and garden center. I had put in a greenhouse, but then closed it. But this is fast forwarding again, because maybe getting too fast on it would be my nephew and my daughter came in. They added greenhouses, two long ones, and we started more of a spring home and garden deal, which has really paid out. And through Daddy's illnesses, his heart disease finally got him. Well, one of the last things he did was get us that LP gas tank, as we could see, and that's been a very good addition, because we're one of the only ones that pump the little bottle cylinders.
Well, you've recently also gotten into the U-Hauls.
U-Hauls.
That's only been a couple of 3 years,
Right.
hasn't it?
That was for this. U-Haul came to us, but that helps with my nephew and my daughter. It kind of, we was looking something to finance their health care more and their retirement, and that's really kind of fitting its needs.
So with that, and if you're looking at how McGee's Crossroads has changed, because this used to really be a rural area.
Very rural.
Because when I was in school with you at the time, 45 years ago, I mean, this was just a small crossroads with what you had right here. And now it's grown, you've got housing all around you, and that's why you really went to the home and garden type.
That's correct.
Strategy, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. Well, I-40 come along, and it came from Raleigh to Wilmington. And so that come within our neighborhood. It's 1 mile east of us. So that changed it. This exit is 319, and exit mile marker 300 is downtown Raleigh. So we're 19 miles from downtown Raleigh.
Your location just being right here turned out to be golden, didn't it?
It's just like, yes, sir. It's location. Yep. And who would have thought it when my grandfather and grandmother bought it in the probably somewhere in the late 19s or early 20s, but I believe it was.
Bought the farm.
Yes, let's just call it 1920. Bought the farm here.
So what generation would that have you being on the farm then?
I would be the third generation.
Third generation. Haley,
And
your
the
daughter
fourth
and son
gen-
would be the fourth generation.
generation.
And that's what I'm really interested in from the legacy standpoint, because I was telling you the other day, I'm seventh generation out
Wow.
on my farm. Legacy is really something that's really started hitting me lately,
Right.
because it's also about taking care of the land.
Right.
Because we're really here only for a short time, so
That's right.
we're just the stewards is what it amounts to, trying to get it, make it better for the next generation. And that's exactly what your family has done from the time y'all bought the farm, your granddaddy, and then your daddy, now you come along, and then Haley and Ryan Nelms is also in there with you. Tell me a little bit about Ryan's situation with you. Is he related to you, or was
Well,
he just?
he's just what it says. He's our nephew, but he's not. He's blood, but it's a generational thing. It's his great grandparents was my sister's godparents, so we went to the same church. He's 2 years older than my son named Ryan, and my daughter says she has two brothers named Ryan by different mothers. So we've all been. It's a family thing,
Yeah.
along with the Pennies, which the Pennies is deeper family. Andy married Denise, which was my Uncle A.M., who was farming here before Daddy was. See, Daddy was one of 7.
Well, that's what I wanted you to talk about, was because he was 7 and your mother was
One of 8.
8.
So there's a lot of our family right here.
Because I even know when I was working with rural development, our engineer at rural development was Tom Honeycutt, and in talking with you, next thing I knew, I found out he was your first cousin,
First cousin.
and that was on your mother's side, on the Honeycutt side.
That's
Is that
correct.
right? So it's
Small world.
really a small world. If you keep talking to people about who they belong to, you find out that if you keep talking long enough, you may find out you're even kin to them yourself.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, tell us what you got in here and what kind of responsibilities y'all have around here.
So, Jones Farm side, we sell fertilizer, chemicals, we pump LP gas, have landscaping supplies for the houses around here now. And what we say that we do a lot more now is we farm the people versus farming the land, because all the houses are coming into our community, so we have a lot of supplies for a customer to come in to fertilize their grass, or to spray for weeds, or to put drainage tile in, or put flower beds in and whatnot. So
More toward the home and garden.
toward the home and garden side, but also we do
But you still have some sweet potatoes.
still do grow sweet potatoes, and we pack them here in the warehouse and we sell them, and they're all dry packed.
And we grow our own vegetable plants.
Yeah, we have 2 greenhouses. Greenhouses.
When did you put the greenhouses in?
In 2020. Right during
Right during COVID, so we made a good little hit on that one.
Great decision, huh?
Yeah.
And then we sell chicken feed and horse feed. And we do have some goat feed as well.
Okay. All right, we're over here in the hardware store portion of the farm supply business. Tell us a little bit about this, Richard.
What started the whole thing was this store in the farm, and it was both my grandparents. My grandmother really ran it, and but now it's ran by 2 different men on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday. They keep it stocked up. There's a little bit of everything and a little bit of nothing, I call it, but it does serve its needs, and it is so profitable. It's not, you're not going to buy beach houses, but at least you'll stay on the job because it makes enough to stay open. And one of the gentlemen in here is buck diving for. We'll go see if bucks available. All right.
Hey, is this promised to anybody? Okay, I'll put some in there.
And on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, he's got one shift, so he keeps it stocked up real good. So, yes.
Really enjoy it. I mean, it's I've never been anywhere where I've been in here about a week, and Richard asked me,
Just hold it.
he asked me, he said, you having fun? And I said, and I told him, yeah, I'm having fun. But I didn't say it with enough enthusiasm. So when I told my wife that night, I said, I believe I need to go back and tell Richard that I was a little, I wasn't quite as excited as I should have been.
How many years ago was that?
Oh no, I've been here about a year, August.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going on a year and a half or so. Yeah. And the cold weather's the toughest, but we'll get through it. Yeah, we'll get through it.
All right, well, appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Randy, I'll pass them around.
Can I get over here to the think tank now?
Come on in and have some raisins. They're just getting here to do some warming. Some friends and neighbors. So they're taking a minute out of their day.
Well, I've just gotten back from Johnston County up at McGee's Crossroads with my good friend Richard Jones at Jones Family Farm Supply. It was a cold day. They were doing mainly LP gas sales. Of course, it is in the middle of winter. And I think what I'd like to do, if Richard will let me, and if Haley and Ryan will be in for it, to go up there in the spring when they've got their nursery plants coming in and they've got their greenhouse going, and see what type of activity they've got going on there. Because they do a big business right there around Johnston County for that home and garden type clientele. And even if you're or in Raleigh from this area down here in Craven County, if you happen to be up in Raleigh or even the farmers market up there, if you're driving back down I-40, just remember, like we said, take exit 319 like you're going to Anger. You'll get right there to McGee's Crossroads. There'll be a Sheetz on your left. Take a right and then the immediate left and you'll be right there at Jones Farm Supply. You've got the hardware store in there. I bought some honey. You can't get any better honey prices. I think I bought 2 quarts for $15 a piece. That's unheard of. Got some of the best country ham I've ever had. They have penny candy in there. And they've got all the hardware needs that you can possibly think of. So along with that, being an old store, that refurbished Texaco station that you can see. And then back there at the back office where they've got the farm supplies and the garden supplies, I think you'll be able to find just about most anything that you need for your garden. So stop in at Jones Hardware and Jones Farm Supply, McGee's Crossroads, North Carolina, and fill up your car.